The trend in the market can be predicted using trend lines, but the problem is that you don't know exactly where the price is going to touch the trend line where you can put your pending orders on. While trying to place an order, the following questions cross every trader's mind. Where should I put my order on the trend line? How can I make sure that the price will reach my pending orders? Is there an expert advisor to do that for me? Smart Channel Expert Advisor makes it possible to put an advanced channel around the price data, which can be configured to handle placing orders, opening and closing positions, managing risk per trade, spread, slippage, and trailing stop loss and take profit. This expert advisor does all money management calculations, including trend age-aware risk management, which a professional trader needs to do before and after placing orders. It monitors all calculated parameters in a table, including order volume, risk-reward ratio, and the actual profit and loss with their percentages in relation to the account balance. Let's go through the input parameters of Smart Channel EA and see how this EA can be configured. These input parameters can be set using a single value, or they can be entered separately for buy and sell orders. For example, I want to risk 2.5% for both buy and sell orders, or 3% for buy orders, 2.5% for sell orders. If you like to use a fixed-sized volume, use the fixed volume input. Make sure risk per trade is empty when using fixed volumes. If there were values for both risk per trade and fixed volume inputs, for safety reasons the EA will use the smaller generated volume. So if you like to use the risk per trade input, and also you want to make sure that it will not generate a volume more than a certain value, you can use the fixed volume input to have control over the risk per trade input. For example, I want 5% for risk per trade, but I don't want this 5% to generate a volume of more than 3 lots. Entering a single value for risk per trade input assigns a constant risk to all of your positions. But wasn't it more powerful if it was possible to assign different risk to each position, so that we can be able to decrease the risk over time as the trend is getting older? This is a simple but powerful concept which I call it trend age-aware risk management. If you can predict the trend correctly at least for the first trade, you're not going to lose a big portion of your profit if the second trade fails. After a fail, or fails, based on your configuration, the EA will report an end of trading to your smartphone. This way you can readjust your channel based on new events on the market and start it again. With Smart Channel EA it's possible, and I will tell you how exactly you can do that soon in this video. For multi-entrants, use the Open Trades input to specify the allowable number of positions that can be opened simultaneously. Total Trades input limits the total trades that Smart Channel EA can do in each run after clicking the Start button. Total Losses input limits the total allowable losses that can happen before the EA stops trading. For these 3 inputs, entering a single value means an overall quantity regardless of the type of orders. But if you like to set it for sell and buy orders separately, enter 2 values, for example 2,5. The EA will stop trading after executing 2 buy and 5 sell orders. The count SL hits as losses input parameter is used to tell the EA to count a position closed by its stop loss as a loss, even if its trailing causes to be closed with profit. For example, if the total losses input is 1, the EA will stop trading when the price hits a position stop loss, even if it was a profitable trade. Select an order execution type by using this parameter. Both instant execution and pending orders are supported. Use these 4 parameters to configure stop loss and take profit settings. Make hide SLTP input true if you want to hide stop losses and take profits from your broker. To get reports and get notified about the EA status, enable push notification, email or pop-up alert. If you like to make the channel lines thicker, use this parameter. Because of the quality degradation of this video, to make the channel more visible, I'm gonna use a thickness of size 2. Of course we keep improving and updating our products, and the list of input parameters might slightly change in the next versions. Please check the What's New section of the description page of this product to learn about the most recent changes and improvements. As you may see on the chart, we have a channel and its specification table, which represents it numerically. Smart Channel EA has 2 sub-channels, a buy channel, and a sell channel which can be enabled and disabled separately using these buttons. These are the stop-loss lines for buy and sell orders. Next we have the buy and sell zones, which are used to control the spread and slippage of our trades. Orders will be opened only when both bid and ask prices fit in these zones. And these orange lines are the take profits. Use the center line to roll and drag the channel. On MT5 platform you can also hold down the Alt key and drag it using one of the lines. Click the regression button to get an auto-adjusted channel around the price data to start with and make further adjustments. To change only the length of the channel, hold down the Shift key and change the center line length. The angle will stay unchanged. This channel can be adjusted graphically, or numerically using its table. The channel lines can be hidden by clicking the column titles. Hiding will not disable the internal functionality when the EA is in trading mode. To disable buy or sell, use sell and buy buttons. A green sell or buy button indicates that the EA will trade that type of order. As you may see, when I'm changing the channel parameters, it calculates the position volume, the actual profit and its percentage in relation to the account balance, risk-reward ratio, and the maximum probable loss and its percentage. This table's values are only based on the initial state of a position. Of course, if you enable target trailing in the EA settings, the risk-reward ratio will change over time and get better as the EA is trailing the stop-loss and take-profit levels. Please note that all of these calculations are based on the current position of your cursor. Let's use a variant stop-loss line, like this, which is not parallel to the buy zone. As you see, when I move my cursor, the EA updates the table based on the current cursor position. In trading mode, this behavior changes, and it updates the table only based on the current bar on your chart. To make all lines parallel to each other, click the parallel button, and for resetting the EA to the initial state, click the reset button. Smart Channel EA will stop trading if the price gets out of the channel. If you like to have a continuous channel, click the Ray button to allow the EA to continue trading regardless of the length of the channel. You can save the channel and share the .sca file with your friends to let them have the same channel configuration. Use the load button to read the .sca file and put it on your chart. The spread table contains minimum, maximum and the average of the spread data from the price bars surrounded by the channel. Use this data while adjusting the buy or sell zones. Now we are finished with adjusting, it's the time to lock the channel. Locking will secure the channel and transform it from its pixel representation to the time price coordinate. By clicking the Start button, the EA will check further conditions, and if everything was okay, it will turn the color of the status button to green, which indicates that the EA is in the trading mode. You can always stop the EA and unlock the channel to readjust it, even if there are open positions on the chart. Unlocking the channel will also stop the EA if it's in trading mode. By clicking the Total Net Profit text, you can see details about the current profit of your open and closed positions. Please note these profit values are calculated only based on the positions that are opened using the current instance of this EA. Therefore, if you're going to use multiple instances of this EA in the same account for multiple charts, you'll be able to monitor the performance of your channels separately. As you can see, the EA has opened multiple positions, because we allowed it to have up to 10 open positions at the same time using the Open Trades input parameter. The EA will stop trading and turns the status button back to red as soon as one of the end of trading conditions happens. It will print the reason for end of trading next to the status button. Smart Channel EA lets you specify the risk or the exact volume of each position that can help you to manage risk per trade based on the age of the current trend in the market. You can simply write your risks in brackets separately for buy and sell orders. I want the first buy trade to have a 4% risk, the second buy has 2% and so on. And a different set of risk values for sell. If you want the same set of values for both buy and sell orders, just use one set of brackets. This way, you're telling the EA to decrease the risk over time, which helps to protect your profit when the trend is getting older and more probable to get reversed. Another way for entering multiple values is by using a step syntax. For example, you can write it like, start with 5%, decrease it by 0.5 steps, down to 1%. The EA uses this expression to generate two sets of ordered values for both buy and sell orders and print it to the Expert tab of your terminal to let you know that it will use these sets from left to right respectively to open new positions. Let's say you want to tell the EA to use this set of values for the fixed volume input. It's simple, you can write the exact set, or write it using the syntax, start with 8 lots, multiply by 0.5, down to 0.5 lots. This is for both sell and buy orders. To have a separate value or values for sell orders, you can write a comma and then enter a single value, a bracket with multiple values, or a step syntax. To download Smart Channel EA for both MT4 and MT5 platforms, use the links in the description below this video.